Hello and welcome back to the channel. These are the topics today: phone a friend, life is pretend, and what message to send. I'm including this in a recent blog post. You can look at this video on it. It's what I call a side topic. So it's to promote this channel along with my own. I am a Gemini, and I can be two people at once. So why not do that with my articles and website? Sometimes this is a side topic, so you can see the article here. And when this video is finished, I'm going to be putting the video here and these links to all these articles. So let's start off with phone a friend. Like, here I am ranting about something here on YouTube, and it's much more productive than babbling to your friends about stuff that they will never understand. Like I could start explaining something to a so-called friend. Like, I was here one day, walking around. It's in Spain, and I was here, and I was here, and I was writing that. But and this place in Portugal, the beach kind of reminds me of the Planet of the Apes, and the only end of the Planet of the Apes, the Forbidden Land. Like, you're in these places and you're enjoying your time, and you're not going to see them again, and you kind of lose track, and you're not enjoying the actual moment, and you phone someone up and they're telling you about, like, someone died or someone's sick, or their car's broken, and what's on, and you're there like, I'm after coming to tell you about this beautiful beach I'm on, and you're bringing up stuff, as you can see, my shadow, me on a mountain with my missing tooth, and that's Dubrovnik, and you're in these places, and you're tired, and you're walking up mountains and hills, and that's Bosnia, and it's kind of a jealousy thing with them. You know, like, you're up there trying to say, I like, they ask you how's the holiday, and you don't want to be staring at your phone, and you just want to say hello and say, yeah, I'm up here walking in the mountains, instead of sitting in a cold, dark room. And when I'm at the beach or whatever, and there's a mountain in Spain I climbed in a village outside Valencia. It's called Naquera. If you want, there's a very nice woman where I stay. She's actually a flamenco singer, and she's a room there on Airbnb if you want the link. And that's Castellon, which is a couple of miles away or whatever, kilometers. But anyway, I was just showing you these photos and that's where I'm from. You can see that. Like, that's the neighbourhood in Wicklow in Ireland, where I'm from, and that's an article I was writing. These are my files. Well, so what? That's a place called Moncofa, and you're telling people back to Castellon. It's in Germany. I was going to a friend's gig. That's an article I was writing. Back to the Forbidden Land. But It should be your forbidden land because, like, you you're enjoying these places, and like it's one thing actually phoning people, but if you're texting them, you're just looking at the screen. Um, this is one of the articles I just want to reference for. Look, this Cloudflare. I actually don't know about using Cloudflare anymore. It says it protects your site, but if this crap is going on, I'll leave you the link. Like that could be costing me visitors because people don't have the attention span. This is from 2020, and it gives a lot of information. But all the links are there below if you want to read and more in depth into this kind of stuff. And that's just one of them. I'm not getting into that thing in particular. I'm giving my own point of view. But this is actual research if you want to delve deeper. Delve. It's funny about that word because I never really heard it until AI really started coming mainstream. Everyone started saying delve. Maybe it's an AI word. Maybe people said it before, but I never really heard it. I don't know. But anyway, that's the first one. And this will be the article I'm talking about. And there's all the links to these things. But what I'm saying is, like, if I'm on the beach, I can still look around, or the mountains, and I can still appreciate it. Whereas if I'm there and I start texting to somebody, I'm absorbing my environment, and I've walked that place, I've travelled there, and it's their abrupt jealousy can come out in Texas, and they bring up your past or something stupid you done or someone you're involved with or whatever, but giving you all this negativity and or asking you in kind of jealousy. And you can see in this article the length of the age, like less than one minute for 17%. Like that'd be obviously a transactional one. 1 to 15 minutes, like that could be just someone, yeah, I'll get my bank details and stuff and you can send the money. 31 minutes, oh, my cat died. Could be, that's only 6% of the people that's paid 31 minutes, like, on the phone. To your friends or family, like, if you're not living near friends or family, like, how can you even call them friends or family if you're only talking to them for the miniature amount of time? Well, they're obviously family by blood, genetics and stuff, but if that's an average time to talk to your friends, you don't have friends 15 minutes. More than 2 hours, that's probably a wine conversation. And then you have the work side, and people mix up work with friendship. So I fall in this demographics. 45, like, on the phone, those overspend less than a minute on such calls. You know, they're work calls. But might be interesting for you to read. I'll leave the link here on the website. And this is just another article on the status of phone calls. I have my own opinions on it, and I'd like to say them here. But a relic of the past. Now, she doesn't have a date on her things, but like only a quarter of Gen Z is actually, like, there's a new word. Today's word of the day. What is shirk speaking? There's 23 minutes. 23 minutes. Right, let's go to dictionary.com. Right. There's another new word, right? Go away. A dictionary. Games. Oh, yeah. Anyway, go away from that. And I'm not going to use shark too much in my dialogue, but it's an interesting word. She actually should have linked to that, because I don't know. Is it commonly used? It's delve and shark speaking. You can read. That's a personal opinion, but in the comments, you can have a type pad. Of course, no one has an opinion on it. Oh, there's the date. It's in grey. It's grey text. It's from 2024, so Karen, you'll get a link on my blog. Okay, so have a read of that one. Looks like a nice article. And what I'm saying is, like, we have these so-called friends and you phone them, and if they have problems, they'll keep you talking. But if you have a problem, they will be quick to hang up, and they don't care about spoiling your moment. So you have to kind of set boundaries around and a breather before you answer the phone. Don't be always available, because like when you're always available, people lose respect for you, and I get a lot of that. And I know generally they get this idea that I'm on my own and I'm sitting in a room and I'm doing nothing, because they don't have the time to bother to look at any of my blogs or anything, and they'll start telling you about stuff and they'll start sending you stupid memes and things, and you're there like, yeah, the meme, what's the copyright status on that? Like, can I use that on my blog? Like, send me something in public domain and say, hey, there's a video clip, you could maybe use it on your YouTube channel or as a featured image for one of your blog posts, or it might inspire you to write about something. Like, there's a notification now. I don't know what it is. It's probably telling me about the low power, low power charger and something else. I don't care. That's another thing, not to be always available for notifications. So what I'm saying here is we're all human beings, and we need to talk about things, especially as we're more and more isolated every day and socially disconnected, and these are probably some of the reasons we are, because like we don't talk to our friends anymore. We say to our friends, like, your message this, message that, look at this funny video and look at that, and we don't have in-depth conversations with them. Like I'm not an artist, so, but like if someone wants to talk to me of Van Gogh, and some people say Van Gogh, like is the G in Dutch. Gebruiksaanwijzing is like operating instructions, so that's my way of saying G. They're kind of trying to be arty, and they kind of adds in a French touch to it, whatever. But anyway, that's another conversation. But what I'm saying here is, like, if you're not talking to people on a regular basis for at least 15 minutes, shut them out of your life. If they don't have 15 minutes for you, don't be available for them. Like, they might think, which I'll be getting into in the next section, that everything's good with your life and everything's okay, and they can send you a joke, but you're after getting an email and you discovered that you owe more money than you thought, or you got a message that somebody close to you is very ill, and but if they don't have 15 minutes for you, why should you even call them a friend? And if they only phone you, unless you're in too far away areas, like if they live in the neighborhood and all your interaction is on Facebook or messaging, and it's not calls, like how do you even know it's them? Like they could be saying to their son or their daughter, text that, and you're getting a text actually from a 5-year-old or a 7-year-old or whatever. You send my friends, how are you, on a text message. I'll let you play chicken run for a half hour on the phone. And tell them you're busy. Just say I'm busy and type that in, because these kind of people start using their children as a secretary and personal assistant. Well, anyway, that's just my opinion. If they don't have 15 minutes to talk to you, they're not your friend. Which I'll be getting into the next part. Life is pretend. We all have our Facebook, Instagram profiles, our Twitter accounts, and stuff. Before I start showing you the links, it's all good. And like going back to my photo, I could put up a picture of a beach I'm on, or a mountain, or whatever, and I could easily be highly depressed, but putting up something to say life is good, where this life, that's live is pretend. Well, I spell check. Life is pretend, but this is not published, by the way. So if you want to correct me, I already see that I'm in the process of creation here. What I want to get in here is the dangers of comparison, and a sea of shoals. That's a very interesting word. An unpredictable place like the Bermuda Channel, where I've come out unscathed. Yeah. And just look at this line. And that's what I mean. Someone's putting up stuff, everything's great in their life, and they're sitting in some shack, and they could be in the bus station asleep, and putting up a picture at a restaurant that they just walked into, and say, hey, everything's going good for me, and I'm enjoying myself. You can have a look at that article. The link is there. And this is another part of it. It's a full paper if you want to read it. It's a lot of very detailed research and stuff if you want to go through all that. I didn't, because I'm just leaving, like, I'm only touching on a topic here on YouTube. I'm no expert in it, and I want to all people really want to see is this graphic, and there's a lot more to it, but like this summarizes it all, like the false presentation, and they're afraid of negative evaluation. Like nobody likes being told they're wrong, and I don't like it, and you'll probably see something wrong with my video and explain it below, but I'm open to constructive criticism. But when you're doing your criticism, could you please remember that I don't see a lot of criticism. Like, I'll see it on the screen and I'll say that's criticism, bang, blank out. If it's constructive, yeah, maybe I should have put more detail on that, or I stuttered here and stuttered there, but I'm not working to script. So, and there you go, social comparison and self-esteem This is about using your smartphone, comparing yourself to others, and if you want to read into the research, there it is. And now, here's another article that touches on the topic. If these are helpful, please leave a comment below, and whether you're looking at it on the blog post or on whatever, look at this line. Let's look at this exact line. Humans have a basic desire to be approved by others or groups, an intrinsic desire to be recognized for their value and ability. Someone could just write a whole article on that and make that topic their expertise and share it. They could actually pay someone to write. They could use AI to write it. And that's what I mean about the fake perception we see online. They will get someone to write an article. You can get a good article written for about $25 from a freelancer. I have a good freelancer. His name is Ian. He's a very good writer. He's done some stuff for me. If you like, I'd like to give him more work. He lives in Kenya, and I'd like to give him a little more work, but I'm not making money with the site anymore. But I still want to keep the site because whether you have a blog or a YouTube channel or Facebook page and it's not successful, like that can turn around, and if it is distracting you from negative thinking, from other problems, and it's an escape for you, and it's like a hobby for you, and why give up on it? Like a website hosting costs you about, I don't know, I have I host multiple sites, so I can leave you a link. You can get a site for, I think, about $5 a month from DreamHost. I'll leave my hosting link in the description below. But what I'm saying is, like, you have to be approved by others. I don't need approval anymore, because I could rant on to this about my friend and say I'm gone crazy. You could say you're gone crazy, but like making these videos has helped me vent out some stuff that I could actually. It's an outlet, and I could actually take that out on other people, like in the supermarket or in public, and hurt other people where it doesn't hurt anyone when I say it here. So I don't need your approval. If you like it, thumbs up, thank you. Subscribe if you want to see more, and being liked by a group. Like, all you have to say is Donald Trump and you're hated everywhere, even though, like, Kamala Harris, she's not actually a very good person. She got a lot of people locked up. I don't really get into politics much, but I think Trump was kind of the best, and then you had Hillary, who's done all this stuff, and there's a lot of this stuff coming out about her, but even though Trump is no angel, he's probably a better choice for a lot of people, and he has very good leadership skills and stuff, and I'm not a great fan of him, but Now don't start attacking me about this, like, just because I said the name. But I just see him as better than Hillary or Harris. Like, Kamala, yeah, like she once spent 1 billion on her campaign. What's she going to do with her tax money? Like, and we have our own here in Europe, and Ursula von Leyen and Merkel, and she's gone, but they're never gone. They're always there in the background somewhere and cashing in on your hard-earned money, and well, that's them. I'm not getting into politics too much anyway. That's my opinion, and so the false presentation. Like, I could easily rent a good hotel, pick up, rent a suit, sit there and a nice car, and say I am successful and everything, and it only cost me like $1,000, a euro or whatever, and for all these things together, and pretend that's my everyday life, and I could make thousands more. And Instagram is not a site. I can't get into it. People say, "Are you on Instagram?" It's just the whole interface. It's like Facebook's sister and brother or whatever, and it's just not a thing I ever got into. I have an account there and I put stuff up, but I'm not looking for social validation. I'm actually more interested in the numbers and the data and working with the data. So maybe I can get eventually a job for someone doing all this stuff, like keeping the site updated and all this. But like, you tell anyone you build websites, like they don't understand that a writer, a website developer is different, and you have a designer is different, and you have a photographer is different, but they want you to be everything. So these are just articles, and you can read my own article about why I generally keep my distance from people and start shutting people out of my life and whatever, and this is the side topic, and it leaves me with what message to send. Have you ever been like, again, you're sitting here, you're enjoying this place, and that's a very expensive place to go. I helped out there in a place last year, and it wasn't that expensive for me, but other people, like, you're talking €80 a night for a room in a dorm in some places there in the summer. But you're up here. That's in a place called Medjugorje. You may have heard of it. I spent a while there, but that's I think the Blue Mountain. I went up there at 7 in the morning. There's a lot of people on pilgrimages there. I'm kind of religious in a way, but I'm not institutional religion. But you're up there. I went up there because, like, you go up in the morning, because I think it was around 38, 40 degrees Celsius, which is 100 and something, 105 or something in Fahrenheit for the US viewers. So you weren't going up there in the afternoon, and it's kind of these things when you go to these really nice places and it's really hot, and you can't really enjoy them because you can't go far from your air conditioning and stuff. And Like I'm from Ireland, and I'm not really. The highest temperature ever in Ireland was 33 Celsius, which I have to translate into Fahrenheit. I think it's 90 something. Um, but so that was totally alien to me. Although I am very good in the heat, like, but I just kind of stay out of strong sunlight. I don't rush. I keep hydrated, and these things like air conditioning and stuff. It's it's it kind of it's attacking your natural reaction to the heat because what I do in like um, didn't really happen in Ireland, like, but in Germany, I used to turn on my heating in May, even though it wasn't cold, so I could acclimatise myself to sleeping on warmer nights, and I never had a problem over the summer. It cost me a few euro at night, but some people say you're wasting it, which but it's actually cheaper than turning on an air conditioner. But anyway, what message to send is you sitting there and out of the blue this boing, I don't feel well, and you can say, you can text back, okay, and then they won't know what to say back to you. These are icebreakers, so you can check up this. My screen has crashed, I think. So I'll leave that over there. There to break the ice, right? That's maybe not a great article to go to because it's overloading this Chromebook, but this is an important one because you you need these kind of messages. They're kind of like if you ever heard of a swipe file, marketers use it, but this could be your swipe file. But do you know someone says something and they give you bad news about themselves and you don't know what to say back to them? So to watch a movie or a funny movie. Do you know, I don't like that. Because, like, if you're sitting there on a bad day in a funny movie, what is really funny anymore? Like, do you know, this era of slapstick comedy and stuff and whatever, right? But anyway, just take this out. It might, yeah, offer them financial help. So, yeah, encourage self-care, which I am doing here in this article. Go away. Like, I hate these pop-up things. Anyway, this link will be below. So, we sometimes with these text messages, I want to hit on this point, have a look at it. Yep, that is very true. And if you want to have a look at it, and maybe these will help you. I'm not logged in. I'll get back to it. Maybe this will help you with whatever with this kind of topic. You see, what I want to do is I want to be productive, and I want to have at least a 30-minute video every day. I don't know how long I can do it, but I need some kind of goal in my life. I I I don't see anything moving forward anymore. Everything's a bit tied up behind bureaucracy, and I just want to have something positive, or like I could die tomorrow. I've done nothing, and at least this will say, hey, Chris done this in his life. He wrote this. He made this video. It wasn't great, but he had no support from any of his friends or anyone, and he just done it all on his own, and he didn't. He just turned on his computer one day and he just started reading about something, and he got into all this, and he started creating all these pages and pages of stuff, and about writing about stuff like how to keep a WordPress blog maintained. How keeping your mental health in order, and some stuff about music, and um, the software, and website maintenance, and travel. I haven't really got into the travel articles yet. I don't know what way to tackle them, because I I don't do the regular travel thing. Like I I I just go places. I I could let's see. I don't like showing you all my photos, but it's in December 23. That's, yeah. Let's find something for you to look at before I go. November 23, I was, yeah. That was my abscess. I don't know. I just go places, and I might not be in the museum or whatever, and I was here for 5 years. Like, I lived here for 5 years, and it was strange. Like, I worked in all these big buildings. I didn't work in the offices. I worked in the canteen. That's the Katarina Kirke, the Commerzbank, Deutsche Bank. No, that could have been not there when I was there. And I can't see the Main Tower, but I remember this shopping place, and you could. My ex-girlfriend brought me there, and you could go up here and have a drink of coffee and look out at the skyline, and it's a nice place to sit. But like, I could talk about these things, but like, traveling, and why should I send people to these very commercial areas? I'd rather send them to an industrial estate and say you can get a job there and live the country, be with people, and learn the language, and whatever. But anyway, I'd like to say goodbye, and thanks for watching. Maybe it helped. Maybe the links I put in the video helped. I don't know. As I said, I want to make a 30-minute video, and actually, to be honest, I've spoken before about using YouTube for a kind of a sleep therapy, where I put on stuff that is just something like me ranting and raving, and I doze off and have my nap, and because it's not like some people can fall asleep looking at a movie, but every movie seems to have a gun in it, and shooting and screaming and all this stuff, and you can't concentrate, and noises, and just it could be because well, I've been around music a lot in my life. I didn't really focus on playing a guitar till I was in my 30s, and I don't know whether it's my ears training or whatever. I've got a slight touch of misophonia about banging noises and stuff because I've been listening out for a C sharp or an F diminished or something like that. So my ears got more sensitive. I'd like to start putting some of my guitar playing on, but to be honest, I live with people. And there's always noise, and I have to move everything around in my room. My room is my office. It's my room. Like my bedroom, it's my sitting room, it's an office, it's a studio. I'm making video, or I'm writing in it, and I sometimes the kitchen gets really dirty, and it's my safe place. Is my bedroom, and I get anxious about even going out to the kitchen because it triggers my OCD. And so, as I said, it's uploading into criticism. I'm just uploading to discuss stuff. Like, I pay hundreds to a therapist or something, and they'll just tell me to do the same thing. Like, you don't need a therapist to say, oh, you suffer with depression, and clean your house first. If you live in a dirty house, it'll make your depression worse and worse. You don't have to go to big pay a top therapist or anything. I know what therapists are going to say, and I know what my doctor says to me about handling my emotions and things, and a lot of my emotions are because I'm not left alone, and there's been in solitude, and there's being alone, and there's being lonely. But I don't really, as long as I have my guitar and my laptop, I don't really feel the need to have people around me. I'm not a complete introvert, but I want to talk to people that like the things I like, discuss the things I like. I'm quite thin, and people start talking to me about food, and that's fattening, and they're like, I had to cut a hole in my jeans, in my belt again, because I'm after losing weight, because I'm walking around depressed and anxious, and I can't cook, and I'm nervous and living on coffee and cigarettes, and sometimes, and I know what food's good for me and what's bad for me and whatever, and this YouTube thing just really kind of helps me in a way, because I can just express myself or just vent off, ramble, because I have this voice and I want to be able to use it. You can hear a little hoarseness in my voice, and that is actually from isolation. I'm abroad at the moment, and it's more solitude here. But when I'm in Ireland, it's isolation, because I don't drink anymore, and the whole culture is about drinking. And the town I live in has no parks, and there's junkies and beggars and people trying to bleed information out of me, and energy vampires in general. And the people that have jobs they're enslaved, and they don't have time. They don't have the energy to go out for a walk in the evening or interact with people, because they're just work to bed and to pay the cost of living. And so I'm just going to leave you with that. Like, subscribe. Don't have to share. Maybe could share the article if you're looking at it on there. Might help you, might help someone else, might help me. If you can't help me, there's donation link. Just keep me going. I don't know. I'm stuck and I'm broken of arthritis and I can't take full time employments. And I hope you enjoyed this. And as I said at first, I could rant on to my friend for a while. They wouldn't care, or say I'm gone nuts and start talking about me or whatever. And at least if it's on YouTube, I'll get a view. I'll get my views up. And then I can look at statistics and work on them and see what people do like, whatever. I'm not doing it for self. I'm doing it for myself now. So if you like it, if people like it, they like it. And if they don't like it, I don't care. I keep saying I don't care. I can just imagine if I did get popular and something happened to me, I don't care guys, gone. Like, and they just pick out one slogan that the person uses, and it could be just a speak word. People say darn and damn and whatever all the time, or F and then B, and I don't like swearing a lot, and I used to get a slap across the ear if I swore, and I'm glad of it, because like swearing there's time for it. Sometimes you can't hold back. I am very guilty of it. But yeah. So I'll leave you and talk to you in the next video. Okay, thank you, bye.